Hey, what's up, team? Hope you guys enjoyed that workout and that you've had a sensational week so far. Here's your guys' stretches for today. Make sure you get them in, get this recovery kick started, and then get on with the rest of your day. Catch you later, team.
Alright guys, so we're kicking things off with our standing wide straddle. So we're going to take those feet out nice and wide today, and then as opposed to our wide stance down dog, we're just dropping our hands down right in between the legs. If you want to get a little bit more of a stretch out of this, we're going to try and drive those elbows then down to the floor, and we're hanging out here for 2 minutes. Alright guys, and with each exhale, we're dropping further and further down to that floor, instead of hanging out for the remainder of our time. Alright team, we're going to come out of that wide straddle position. Now we're going to get down into a twisted low dragon. So we're taking that deep lunge, and then as opposed to with our normal dragon where we're trying to drop our elbows to the floor, we're going to actually twist towards the inside or the leg that is extended down on the floor. And from here, we are going to then either remain on our hands or drop down to our elbows and hold out for 2 more minutes. And we're still hanging out in this position. With each exhale, we're trying to relax further into that lunge, really stretching in and opening up the hip and that low back quite a bit more here, team. Alright team, we're going to slowly walk up out of that position, and then here we're going to swap sides, get into that deep lunge, and then again we're going to walk ourselves internally, so we'll twist towards the side that the leg is down on the ground on, and now you can either stay up on your hands or drop down to your elbows, but this is going to load up get into that hip a little bit more, get into that low back, and just give us a stretch in a little bit of a different position. We're going to hang out here for 2 more minutes. And we're about halfway there, team. So just remember, with each exhale, we're relaxing further and further into this stretch. Still gonna hang out here for a little while longer. All right, team, we can slowly walk ourselves up out of that position. And then now we're going to work through and stretch the front of our leg a little bit more. So we're gonna get into those quads and those hip flexors here with our saddle pose. So with this, we have our feet about hip width apart, our knees are out in front of us, and then we are leaning back. Now, if you want to get more of a stretch out of this, you can drop down to the elbows. You can even sink that back to the floor, but that's all going to be dependent on how flexible you are. And we're going to just keep hanging out here for 2 more minutes, team. And we're still hanging on, team. Every time we exhale, we're relaxing further into this pose. Still got a little bit longer to go. Okay, team, we're going to slowly come up out of that saddle position. We're going to sit down on our butts, and then from here we are going to extend out our right leg and bring the left foot in alongside that leg, and we're going to get it into our seated eagle position for 2 minutes. So with this, Once we've sat down, we're bringing that left arm up across the body, forming a 90-degree angle, wrapping that right arm around it, and then trying to wrap that right hand up towards the palm and holding out here for 2 minutes. Now, if we can't get our palms together, you can flex or pull that left wrist back so you can hold onto the thumb, or you can hold a little bit further down the wrist. We'll keep hanging out here for a bit more, team. And we're nearly there, team. We're still hanging out a little while longer. Just following that breath in and out. All right, guys, we are going to swap sides now. So remembering that you can still have those hands pressed together. You have the option of folding back that top thumb or wrist and holding on there, but we're actively trying to pull that shoulder across the body as we hang out in this position. You guys could have a play around with either dropping those elbows down or raising them a little bit higher and see how that loads the shoulder. Still hanging out here for a little while longer, team. All right, guys, we're gonna come out of that seated eagle and get into a flat thread the needle. So with this, we're laying down on our stomachs. We're gonna extend our left arm out in front of us, and then we're gonna thread that right arm through. I'd like you to have both palms pressing into the floor. And in this position, you're trying to drop that shoulder down into the floor and stretching out that upper back. We're gonna hang out here for 2 minutes, team. Alright, teaming with each exhale, we're still trying to drive that shoulder into the floor. We're still hanging out here for a little while longer. Alright team, we are going to pop up out of there and swap sides, so we still have that arm extended out in front of us, and then we are slowly dropping that shoulder down to the floor. We're going to hang out here for 2 minutes. And with each exhale, we're still trying to push that shoulder a little bit more into that floor, stretching out that upper back. We're still hanging out to the end of the stretch. Alright guys, that is us for today, so we can pop up out of that stretch. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you tomorrow.